It's Christmas time, and my girlfriend and I are going to Denmark. She's Danish, and she hasn't been back to Denmark for Christmas in years, so she misses it. And she's excited. And because she's excited, I'm excited. And she tells me all the cool things we're going to do when we get to Denmark. So I'm looking forward to spending the holiday season in a place like Denmark where Christmas is still Christmas. Now, I do know what to expect to a certain degree because I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years and we spent several Christmases. So I've got to experience a number of things. For example, she holds an annual mulled wine party. There she is mulling the wine, and she puts out Danish desserts that are delicious. Look at those Danish desserts. She took me to the Danish Christmas fair at the Danish Seaman Church in Brooklyn. So I got to see Danish Christmas decorations. Everything from advent calendars to special candies to the things you put on the wall and the tree. I also got to eat some Danish Christmas foods while I was at the fair. They had these apple thingamajiggers that are like pancakes. They're called Aebleskiver. These pancakes are served with jam and, of course, more mulled wine. Because apparently, during the holiday season, you can never have too much mulled wine. I've also seen one of these St. Lucia Christmas events where they have a bunch of young women march out with lights on their top of their heads. So you had to worry about the hot wax dripping down your neck and perhaps even your hair catching on fire. That shows real commitment. In the summer, one summer in Denmark, stumbled upon in Copenhagen the annual Santa Claus Congress, where Santas and Mrs. Clauses and elves come from all over the world. Now, I'm not sure this is in the Christmas spirit, but as you can tell, Santa Clauses abound. According to my girlfriend's, Danish Christmas traditions don't come from Denmark. They've borrowed most of their traditions from Germany and Sweden. From the Germans, they got the tree and the decoration, and from the Swedes, they got their food. I asked my girlfriend, did the Danish people borrow anything from the English? And my girlfriend said, the English didn't create anything about Christmas. They borrowed everything from the Germans. Just look at Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. And Christmas isn't just Christmas Day, but it's 6 weeks that start in the end of November and go to the Feast of the Epiphany. And we're going to go to some of the big Christmas attractions in Denmark. We're going to go to Christmas at Tivoli and Christmas in the old town in Aarhus. At the old town, we will travel back in time through 400 years of Danish Christmas history. Wow, that's like a Christmas tale that's a cross between Dickens' Christmas Carol and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And then we're going to a Christmas garden, which is part of an 18th century homestead, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce. And her mother is going to make 2 excellent Christmas dishes. One, which is made of apple and is a hyper-local recipe, so hyper-local that my girlfriend doesn't even know the name of it. And the other thing her mother's going to make is these cornflake tops desserts, which are supposed to also be delicious. Now, I've never had a dessert made out of cornflakes. I have had Rice Krispie treats, but never a cornflake treat or a cornflake top treat. But she says they're super tasty, and Danes don't lie about things that are super tasty. Her mother has already purchased some traditional Danish beers, and apparently you have to buy them in advance because of the Danish love of beer. These Christmas beers often sell out well before the big day. And we're going to go to outings in Copenhagen, Sæby, and Aarhus, and places in between to try out their Christmas buffets, dishes, specials, and platters. You know, when you make it to a country's platters, you're making inroads into the country's cuisine. We're also going to be eating kleiners, both the Norwegian and the Danish kleiners. Who knew nations would argue about what is a proper kleiner? And they're all supposed to be Scandinavian. My girlfriend is also going to introduce me to special selections of Christmas goods at their local bakeries. She's going to introduce me to the special dried fruit bun, which when you hear it, it makes you think about the American fruitcake, which is the heavy thing that you could probably kill someone with, that gets re-gifted so many times during the holiday season that it's like a game of musical chairs, except you don't want to be the winner of this contest. I'm also going to be trying pastries that I've never had before, like the slipper. Now, the slipper must be good because it has survived having such an interesting and dubious name. Now, they say that Christmas is a cornucopia of fun and delicious food. And from what I've gleaned from my girlfriend, that cornucopia is in Denmark, and I want to be a part of it. Now, if there's anyone out there who has something I should try, a food, an event that I have not listed, please leave it in the comments so I can try to be part of it. Also, subscribe so that you can hear about my adventures when I return. Because the thing about Christmas, there's two good things about Christmas. One is the anticipation, which I'm doing right now. And then the other one is sharing the experience of the Christmas you had over and over again for years to come, so you remember what it's like when you had Christmas as a child. That is why Christmas traditions matter. And that is why I'm looking forward to experiencing Christmas in Denmark, where traditions matter and Christmas is still Christmas. Thank you. Tak you kindly.